Okay, I'm not sure if my memory card got put in backwards, frontwards, or what have you, but alright, it's about 10:34, starting solo overnight, March 14th, 2015, Henry Coe State Park. We're doing about 16, 17 miles out and back. Ranger told me of a cool little valley. It's supposed to have a nice stream, wildflowers, all that good stuff. And best news is it's outside the western perimeter of the park, slightly on the eastern side, which means there's dispersed camping anywhere you find a flat spot. So good news there. It's about 74 outside. Truth be told, for the late start, using the iPhone to try to get to the headquarters, and it took me to the south entrance, which is 35 minutes further south near Gilroy. So everybody that's trying to plan this hike, make sure you get some printed directions, because I tried the Android and the iPhone and it was having me go the wrong way. So we're trying out some new gear today, trying to get ready for the JMT in August. Running a little heavy today, extra camera gear, and carrying the Nemo Low C 3P. I've ordered my Cuban fiber shelter from Z-Packs, the duplex, but it's not here yet. So we lug an extra 5-6 pounds around, which is good. The pack feels pretty good. Got the Hyperlight mountain gear in the 150 black Cuban. I'll show you guys a little more of that later, but it seems to be holding the load pretty well. Probably got about 30 pounds so far, so it's not too bad. Looking forward to this hike. The trail, as you can see, is pretty nice. A lot of manzanita, kind of dry brush. Great weather. We're actually going to be camping in a valley later, so should be pretty nice. Supposedly we have a stream crossing, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also trying out my Trail Runners Cascadias on this hike. I've been trying to switch to from a low profile boot to a Trail Runner, so we'll see how that goes. Feels pretty good so far. I'm really working on trying to get my ankle stronger, but yeah, so we're started. Should take a couple hours, and I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Alright, so yeah, it was a little hot. Got the merino off, wearing a base layer around. What a gorgeous part of the trail. Super sunny outside, really nice blue skies. Just met another couple out here on the trail. He actually lives down there, so right in his backyard. The guy goes hiking anytime he wants. Pretty lucky. Anyhow, this is the Corral Trail. We are looking to hook up on the Spring Trail, and that'll get us out to Manzanita Point, and then we can head further out that way. So, a little bit of a breeze so far, which is nice. A lot greener out here than I thought it would be. Was out here last October, and everything was much drier. A lot of cool trees. All right, coming up to a sign here. All right, and we're taking Manzanita Point via the Spring Trail. So we're going to stay to the right. Looks like 2.1 miles that way. That's where I came from. Headquarters is 0.6 back that way. And yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to get a good rhythm going, and we'll see what we find. See you guys in a bit. Okay, about 2 miles in, at the top of the rise on the Spring Trail. on the way to Manzanita Point. So yeah, pretty nice day. That's where I came from down there. There's a trail, a little bit of a climb, but that's okay. Need the workout. Gorgeous day out here. Really quiet. Besides the birds, that's about it. Just the breeze. All right. So, kind of figured out on these trekking poles I've got that I'm not a big fan of the straps. I think the straps are going to have to come off. So, probably sooner rather than later too. Anyhow, pack feels good. Just stopped and had some water and a couple of snacks. And yeah, feeling good. It's great to be out. Trail looks very, very inviting. Haven't been out since last October, so I'm kind of itching to get out. So here I am. Be nice. Nice quick overnighter. Back home tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some good video and get some good still shots too. Alright guys, well I'm going to continue on. Talk to you guys later. Alright, we're back. Coming down the other side of the ridge. Opens up to this pretty awesome clearing. Still pretty nice. Starting to thin out a little bit. Surprising too. I was at the headquarters getting my permit. Big old long line. Barely found a parking space to park for backpackers. So everybody must have the same itch that I do. So I'll follow this all the way out to Manzanita Point, and then I believe we're heading out to China Hole. Might do lunch at China Hole, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm gonna stop and get something to eat this morning on the way in, but due to my detour to the Hollows entrance, had to make up some time. So, late start, but no biggie. All the leaves, it's gorgeous out here. You can kind of see through the valley over there. Yeah, really nice. Alright guys, we're going to carry on. Hopefully I have something more exciting to show you here in a little bit. Talk to you soon. Alright guys, we're almost to Manzanita Point. I think that's Bass Pond, or I think there's a sign up here for it. We passed it last time we were here in October. Sadly, the water level's not much different in mid-March, compared to October. Yeah, this is, again, something I've seen in other people's videos on YouTube or some of the sites. It's a trap. I'm guessing mountain lion, let's hope, or people. Always fun stuff. So we should be coming up to Privy up here, or outhouse, and they have potable water, so probably fill up here before I move on to China Hole. Yeah, making good time. Feel great. Just been staying hydrated, making sure I drank. Coming up on 1 hour. So yeah, feeling good. Feeling really good. So I'll go over the map when we stop up here and refill our water. I'll show you guys where we are in relation to the headquarters and the out and back that we're doing, and show you where there's the eastern side of the park starts, where you can disperse camp anywhere. So alright guys, a couple more hills coming up. Shouldn't be too bad. Scenery's gorgeous, and I've only seen, what, 2 or 3 people in the last hour on a Saturday. We're right outside Morgan Hill, California, which is just 20 miles, I think, south of Milpitas, which is, what, 30 miles south of San Jose, I think. I could be wrong. There's another shot at that little pond thing. they do have fishing in here, so if you do have a California state fishing license, you're welcome to fish here. They tell you that they don't stock it, so they encourage catching and releasing, which is probably a good bet if you're backpacking. Otherwise, you gotta deal with cleanup and fish smelling hands and large squirrels. We're at Manzanita Point, the campground and privy are right up here. I don't know if I should be happy or scared. It's a semi-domesticated squirrel. Huh. Alright, fella. Good luck. We're gonna make our way. I don't know if you guys could hear it in the background. There's actually a shooting range off in that direction. That's probably why you could hear the sound of gunfire. So, don't worry, Allie. No gunfire. Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep on trucking along and talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, these are the Manzanita Point group picnic areas. 2, 3, and 1 was back there. This is 3, 2, and 1's behind us. It's one thing I love about Coe, not only being the second largest state park in California, but Northern California. No reserve permits. You can show up here pretty much any day of the week and actually get some kind of permit. So, I don't know, for those of you that have to play permit lottery and dealing with all that, not the most fun. So, a few more hills to go, and we should be at that water. Bring you guys back then. Later. Alright guys, we're back. This is the Manzanita Point, Monroe, Soda Springs. I think that's it. Madone, Soda Springs, excuse me. Trail junction here. Up that way will be China Hole. Here we are. Got a really nice privy. Always really impressed. I mean, really just, it's stocked too. Doesn't smell that great, but what do you expect, right? But they have them all over. I must have passed 2 or 3 already in the last mile. And also, potable water. So, in case you can't find any water sources, they have it for you. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I think we're gonna have a little snack, use the bathroom, and fill up on water, and head up the trail. Area is big with mountain bikers too, so I guess that's pretty smart. Mountain bike out to the trail you want to do and chain your bike up and then head out. Still wearing my pants too, so might actually be hopping out of these guys and into some shorts. It's pretty warm out here, truly. Alright, gear's doing well. Really liking this pack. It's the first time I've taken the pack out since I got it. So Hyperlight mountain gear, 150D Cuban wind rider, because I like the mesh. They have the Southwest where it's just solid Dyneema, kind of matches the hip hop pockets. Been working great so far. Still feel fresh, holds the load really well. Quite a bit thicker too than some of the other packs I've seen out there. So yeah, doing pretty well. I'm gonna stop. Maybe grab a bar to eat, a little bit of water, and keep going. Alright, next task is up that hill to China Hole. Alright, we will catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay, so a little map update. Here's the Coe Ranch headquarters. It's where the cars park, and that's where we started. We took the Corral Trail all the way down to the Springs Trail. Springs Trail down to Manzanita Point Trail. And we are right here at the Manzanita Point Group Camps. Alright, so we still got a little ways to go. China Hole will be coming up. We'll take that trail all the way to the end. Creekside Trail to the Narrows Trails, which takes you to Los Cruceros. And then we'll need to look for the Narrows Trail. And right there, supposedly that canyon, along with a stream. The ranger said there's a lot of gorgeous flowers, running water. And the beauty of it, this line right here separates, this is the western, and that's the eastern side of the park. Anything on the eastern side of the park is dispersed camping. So you find a spot on the eastern side, anywhere you want, you can set up. Standard rules apply from trailheads, water sources, and there's no fires in the park. So make sure you know your regs. So yeah, we're making good progress. Alright, we're going to keep on trucking. Just finished taking a little break. Off we go. Alright guys, we're back. This is the China Hole Trail. Correction from where I last gave you guys an update. We didn't need to go up the hill, we need to go to the right. So, correction on that. Trail's fairly shaded. I just came up to this little patch of flowers. And the rangers and the volunteers are right. The flowers are certainly in bloom. Really nice. Also a ton of poison oak, but let's look past that for a second. So, yeah, getting warmer out here. Thankfully, the tree cover's been pretty helpful. Going pretty well. We'll be in China Hole in about another 1.5 miles. Yeah, it's been pretty easy going. Saw one mountain biker. Other than that, nobody else. Yeah, it's mostly covered around here, so kind of in the shade. Can't complain. Filled up my water back there. Got 2 1-liter smart water bottles. Seems to be the popular choice for a lot of folks out there. But yeah, it was nice. Didn't have to filter back there. Could just fill it from the tank. And yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna get to China Hole, and I think we're gonna do a little lunch. Talk to you soon. Alright. Well, here's the scene from coming into China Hole. So we're coming down the side of this ridge here. And we're coming down into the canyon down there. Gorgeous view. A little bit of a breeze, which is helping me out. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. See if I can get a little clearing, a lot of this manzanita and stuff like that. Talk about spectacular. Oh, very nice. Trail's pretty well maintained. Again, you know, state park and all. So hopefully we'll start seeing even less people after we get past China Hole. That's kind of what I told the ranger. I kind of wanted to be able to kind of camp where I want and truly out of like sight and earshot of a lot of people, just to kind of rest and relax. Have a little dinner later. I brought a little evening reading material. Ooh, watch out for those. Catch one of those in the eye, it's gonna be all bad. Alright guys, making good progress. Just want to share that with you. I'll be back with you guys soon. Alright guys, still on the China Hole Trail, doing some significant downhill. I'm sure that's going to be all significant uphill tomorrow morning, so I'll have to plan accordingly. Probably get up pretty early. I normally do. I'm not sure if you can see straight ahead down there. It looks like that's that stream, or a stream, I wouldn't call that a river. But I think that's kind of where we're headed, up into that canyon up there. And it's supposed to be really gorgeous, and if we can find a flat spot, and hopefully there are some, we can set up camp for the night. Making good progress. Yeah, just have to remember tomorrow that uphill is definitely twice as much work as going downhill, but we'll tackle it in the morning after a little breakfast, and I'm sure we'll do just fine. Yep, still no other hikers out this far, and it's Saturday. 12:24. Yep, feeling good. Yeah, had a few snacks and some water, so looking forward to lunch. Maybe get my feet out of the shoes for a little while. Other than that, it's not what I would call spring blooms, but you know, there are flowers, a lot of brush, but I think that's to be expected out here. It's kind of the natural topography. Alright guys, well, you can see that's where we're headed, so got a little ways to go. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so I just got to a trail junction up here, and there were two hikers, and they both told me that if I was heading to China Hole to take the Cougar Trail, which will drop me down along the Creekside Trail, alongside a creek presumably, and it's in the shade. If I had taken my original path, I'd be walking downhill switchbacks in the sun, and it seems like it's been getting steadily warmer today as the day progresses, so good tip. Very friendly hikers, definitely gonna pay it forward. So it is a little narrower, a little steeper, a little more poison oak, but hey, I don't mind spending an extra 15 minutes walking today if I can get some shade, and it's all downhill, so can't complain. More little blue flowers. Cool. Well, I'll put the camera up and probably get the trekking poles out so I can steady myself a little bit on these downhills. But we're pretty close, about 15 minutes away, I think, from China Hole. I'll get back with you guys then. Bye. Okay, we're back. Still on the Lion Trail, or the Cougar Trail, excuse me. So, it is a bit more shadier. I appreciate that. It is switchback, but it's pretty steep. Pretty steep. So, having to make use of the trekking poles, take my time going downhill. The good news is this will hit the Creekside Trail, and I can hear out there in the distance that there is water flowing. So it'll be good. Be ready to fill up a bottle when I get down there. Yeah, be ready. Be ready to take a little break. So about the same distance each way, just this one was in the shade, so couldn't pass up a walk in the shade to get to the same place. And it is all downhill, just a little bit steep, but you know, can't complain too much about that. Alrighty guys, we'll get back to you. We should be at China Hole soon. Okay, so we've come down all the steep switchbacks. This is the home stretch. Looks like we've got our China Hole lunch spot all lined up. Yeah, be nice. Maybe take off my shoes and dip my feet in the water. So looks like the trail picks up across the stream here, so we'll have a bit of a stream crossing shortly. Oh, just a gorgeous day. I'm ready for that lunch though. Not bad. So about 5.5 miles in 2.5 hours. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So definitely need to go on a few more shakedown hikes, I think, before August gets here. Definitely gonna have to take a look at the diet and those type of things as we get closer. Certainly could stand to lose a few pounds from me and the pack. Alrighty, well, we're just making our way in. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this little privy across the way over there through those bushes. And it looks like there's a little rock hop to get across. Yeah, this will do. This will do. Still pretty good on water, so I think I'm gonna wait. But okay. Absolutely gorgeous. Pretty quiet too, other than those hikers that gave me the sun-saving tip, taking this little shortcut. Yeah, haven't seen anybody else. Alright, well, I'll head over there. I think there's a picnic table in my future. And maybe we'll get a little something to eat. And we'll figure out this whole rock hopping thing. I think I want to go to the right. That looks about right. Alright guys, I'm going to put the camera up for this. Last thing we want is splasharoo without the housing on. Alright, well, I'll bring you back once I get some lunch started. Alright guys, we managed to cross our stream crossing that was over there. Now we just came down this way to this main road. There's a sign. It's dilapidated, but the name on the sign is Poverty Flat. Appropriate. Nice little privy, so I think we're going to be in good shape. I'm sure they'll be able to be a nice privy right when I need it, right? Okay, so back that way, 1.9 miles of the Cougar Trail, steep uphill, but shaded. Probably better off going the other way back up tomorrow. And then on this side of the sign is where we're headed, on Poverty Flat Road, Los Cruceros, which is another 1.8. And then I think our camp's an additional mile beyond Los Cruceros. So we're getting there. A lot of little makeshift campsites here. I'm not sure if that's permitted. I don't know if this is the backpacker campground. I saw a little makeshift, we call it forestry furniture. Somebody's getting creative with some stones and some logs down that way. And there was a fire pit. Not sure if that's the right thing to be doing, but you know. So Coe headquarters is 3.6 miles in that direction via Poverty Flat Road. A lot of fire roads back here, so I mean they've got to maintain these privies, so I'm sure having a road that you can get a small truck down is probably a benefit, cleaning the toilets and putting more toilet paper in. So yeah, we are on our way. There's a post with an arrow on it. I guess it's maybe just to help people find their way across that little stream crossing that, I don't know, I thought it was reasonably laid out, but we got a little help along the way. Alright guys, we are just about at China Hole. Alright, talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, we're back on the last half a mile to China Hole. Really hard to find the little shortcut trail off of the Poverty Flat Road. I thought it was back there near the privy, or at least that's what the scale was on the free handout maps, but there's a post up there. And another little water crossing for us to navigate through. So, half a mile from this point, lunchtime. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Still on the Creekside Trail, probably a quarter mile to go. Just want to show you guys how pretty the stream was. It's really just moving really nice, and the water is really clear. Apparently the water doesn't really rise too high anymore. Most of the Creekside Trail literally is part of the creek. So yeah, shouldn't be too much further. Hoping there's a nice place to soak my feet, have a little lunch, and figure out where we're going next. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Okay, so finally finished that Creekside Trail. This is part of China Hole. It kind of looks the same going down a little bit, except the swimming area is a little deeper as you go down that way. The reason why I decided to stop and do lunch and take a break here is the trail that I need next, the Narrows Trail, is up that way. And yeah, it's not very well marked. Thankfully there are a couple of hikers that are also going in that same direction, so they just let me know it's over here. So I'm gonna take a quick little lunch break, get a little food in me, get my shoes off for a little bit, and then regroup, take about a 10-15, and then carry on. So another 3 miles to go till camp. And right now, taking the watch off, but I can tell you that it's 1:48 p.m. So not bad. 10:30 start, 1:43 now. Alright guys, I have a little lunch, a little bit of water, and rest my feet for a little bit. Talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, just relaxing. Here's my view and my sounds for my lunch. Pretty good. Had a Pro Bar almond crunch. Really good stuff. Been trying these now for a couple of hikes and I really like it. Yeah, it definitely tastes really good. You can identify all the ingredients, and better yet, you can pronounce most of them. So, just resting here. Got my feet out of my shoes, drying my socks, have a little Gatorade. I'm gonna go probably dip my feet in the water for a little bit, cool my feet down. I think we'll be finished here. And the Narrows Trail is up that way. And yeah, another 3 miles or so to go. You can hear the sounds of people swimming in the background. Not a bad idea. It's pretty warm today. Pretty warm. Alright guys, just kind of want to show you what I was enjoying with my lunch. Alright guys, I'll get back with you when we get back on the trail. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing out in the middle of the water. That's a snake. Pretty cool. A lot of wildlife out here. Alright, on that note, it's time to get back on the trail. Alright guys, we're back on the trail. Headed towards we're on the Narrows Trail. Not really well marked, and it's not really broken in. Head across from over there over to here, using only these rocks. Not too bad. Got a little splash up on my shoe, but nothing horrible. It's pretty rocky like this for the next 1.5, but I think yeah, it should be nice when we get out there. There's already some people ahead of me on this trail, so who knows, maybe we'll have some neighbors when we get to camp. Tell you one thing though, the visitor population drops off right when you hit China Hole. Everybody heads back to headquarters. So yeah, it's really peaceful. Stream's running really nice. Water is just pristine. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep on trucking, make it to camp, get set up, and hopefully get some relaxing in. Talk to you guys soon. Alright, we're on the Narrows Trail, and I can certainly see why it calls it that. Basically, you're just kind of following cut out parts of the trail on the side of this stream bed. And Los Cruces is up here, and they actually have a campground and a privy. See how far we are. About 1.5 miles of this. So I think I'm about halfway done. So about 3/4 of a mile more to go. Well, getting water's not a problem, that's for sure. Anyhow, just making good progress. I will talk to you guys in a little while. Okay guys, I think we're done with rock hopping for the section of the Narrows Trail. Cross over this side, looks like it flattens out a bit. Really beautiful back here, just a challenge. And prepare to get wet shoes. I was doing my best, it's just hard to find a line sometimes. And then of course you don't realize that your weight is your weight plus the weight of the pack. So yeah, it's pretty sketchy. But anyhow, we're on dry land now, which is good. And we should be almost to camp. So, still hot out here, works out just fine. Hop out of these wet pants and put on some shorts. And yeah, get something cold to drink, rehydrate before cocktail time. Alright guys, it's gorgeous out here, highly recommend it. Sketchy on the rocks, but well worth it because you're practically by yourself. Alrighty, well, shouldn't be too much further to camp. I'll show you guys around when we get there. Okay guys, it's finally 5:05. I'm finally settled on a campsite, and boom, there it is. So right next to the stream. So we're actually about a mile and a half outside of the western side of the park, so this is all dispersed camping. Did a little looking around for sites further up the hill over there, but nothing really good, so came back down here. We're close to running water, so I'm gonna go take a dip and clean up and make some dinner, drink some water, and probably get ready to go to sleep. I'm tired. Got a neighbor over there. It's kind of crazy. He came over and introduced himself as Chris too, and I think he's Chinese. Anyways, his last name is Chan, C-H-A-N, and mine is Chang. How weird is that? Anyhow, it's kind of cool to have a little neighbor company. So I think we're both setting up. I think we're gonna both make some dinner and probably call it a night. I'm tired. Temperature's starting to drop a little bit, so we're gonna go clean up. Better do it now. Alrighty, I'll bring you guys back when we're doing some dinner. Bye. Alright guys, dinner time. Having the Mary Jane's Farms organic shepherd's meat pie. It smells pretty good. Got about 3 more minutes until I'm all done. Filtered some water, made a lemonade. Thirsty as crazy. A little bourbon, of course. I don't know how much of that I'm going to get to tonight. I'm going to probably hang my food up a little ways from here, just to be on the safe side. I just don't feel like sleeping with my food. But anyhow, I'm going to hurry up and eat some dinner. I'm exhausted. Going to get ready for bed. Maybe read a little bit of my new issue of Backpacker. And yeah, I'm gonna crash. I'm planning on getting up a little early tomorrow. Took a long time today, and I did a lot of downhill, so got to pay the piper for doing the downhill tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get up at like 5, get out here by like 5:30. Hopefully I can do it in like 4 or 5 hours. Get back to the trailhead headquarters, and then head home. And, yeah, so I'm gonna go have some dinner, put everything up. Bugs are a little crazy right now, but it's the time of day. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys later in the morning probably, unless something crazy happens in the night, right? Alright guys, it is morning of day number 2. It's about 7:06 in the morning. It was cold last night. Camped in this valley. Cold, but I was toasty. The bag and my sleep system worked pretty well. Pretty happy with that part of it. Shoes are still not dry, but the fastest way to dry something is to wear it. So, got breakfast all situated. Snacks for the walk out. Making a hot little coffee. I have to dry off my fly and everything with all the condensation. Really gorgeous though. A little foggier this morning. Very cold. Very cold. Yeah. My neighbors already packed up and taken off pretty early. Gonna finish breakfast and look at the sun's probably coming up over there. You can see a lot of gorgeous color. Finish breakfast, break down, pump a little more water, and then head back to headquarters. That's the plan for today. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish up this coffee and get going. I'll catch up with you guys on the trail. Okay, it's 8:44. I just made it halfway through the Narrows Trail. Just past Los Cruceros, back that way. Still running water, still playing rock hopscotch, all the way to China Hole, and then it's up a set of switchbacks up to Manzanita Point, and then it's home stretch from there. So I prefer hiking in the morning. I don't know if most of you guys do. I prefer to get an early start, hike when it's cool. So yep, just making my way down the Narrows. Should be done probably next 30 minutes or so. Talk talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, still navigating through the Narrows. Really just gorgeous morning. Just want to show you guys a little waterfall thing with the fallen tree. Good depth right there. That's probably about maybe 5.5 feet down there, and it's all smooth rock. Definitely make a great swimming hole. Definitely have to remember this part when we come back. Alright guys, I keep on rolling. I think I'm almost out of battery, but yeah, we are. Have to change the battery. We'll do that China hole. See you guys soon. Okay guys, we're back. 9:26. We came from down there and through the valley, through the trees. Over that's where we camped. So we followed the stream all the way to the bottom of the canyon. And then I've been doing switchbacks for the last 25 minutes up to here. And then we're headed up this way. It's gonna take me over the ridge back to Coe headquarters. About 5 miles. So hopefully get back to the headquarters before noon. Everything's going right. Talk to you guys soon. Okay guys, it's about 11:23. Made it back to the Manzanita Point Junction. Loading up on water. Use the bathroom. Made my last liter of Gatorade for the walk back. Having some food. It's about 11:24. Still about 2 miles left to go. So looking at about 12:30. So 2.5 hour ride home. A little bit of traffic. Hopefully home by 3:30. Pick up some stuff for a little barbecue that we're having later this evening. Yeah, feeling pretty good. It was a good hike. And the rest of the way should be pretty easy. Camera battery might die. I don't know. I'm not going to dig the other one out of my pack, so we'll see how far we get. Talk to you guys in a bit.